Yeah, me too. I like Justin, and he's had some success with Tron and their stable coin as well. So, AVAX.
I know Gun, founder of AVAX, and we actually used his idea. He has this like Bitcoin NG idea. It's like a scalability of transactions when you have like blocks that grow like with time. So yeah, there's a block, there is a miner, and he just adds new transactions to the block and pushes them as he or she adds them. So you have a block that basically grows. It was a very nice idea, and we did that in waves for proof of stake, and it has been working beautifully for years because we have very fast transactions for years. So we had like 1,000 transactions per second in 2017 without any sharding, just because of that nice idea of a min. So as for AVAX setup, I think it's like pretty solid. I didn't look too deep into it. They have EVM, which is very good for them because EVM is great for adoption. So AVAX is gonna stay there because they have a very good research team, and research is the most important thing here. And Emin is one of the most famous blockchain researchers. So I think AVAX is going to be there for years, and like I don't know if they beat Ethereum or not, but they're a very solid project.
Yeah, a couple more. Algorand.
Algorand, I knew some people from Algorand as well. They're very scientific. Basically, they're like researchers, professors. It might not be good at all times because you start thinking too much about theory, and you probably forget about how it can be done practically. But they have a very solid background. Their founders, Mikhail, yes, it's like a professor in MIT.
Yeah.
So and I worked with his student actually. So we had like we had a paper in 2017. And he's working for Elrond now. So they have a very serious scientific background. As for like practicality, they might have some issues, but let's see how it goes. Because with those like all those non-EVM chains, people are trying to create something different. We are trying as well, but sometimes people forget about the fact that somebody has to use their smart contracts, and they don't have to, to hire some like professors to code in their like smart contract language. They have to be like regular coders, so, and people forget about that. That's why Ethereum is so popular and successful, because you have Solidity, and anybody can start coding in Solidity in one day, if he had some previous experience in coding.
Right.
I don't think this is the case with Algorand or Cardano, and that might be a problem for mass adoption.
Okay. Tezos, they started around the same time as you, I think, with their ICO.
Tezos, yeah. I remember like the legal problems around Tezos, and
I've had all these people on the show, so that's why I'm asking you these. I had Macaulay on, I had Brightman in here, so I'm a little favoritism on some of these layer ones, but yeah, go ahead, Tezos. Yeah. Hey, do you want to profit from crypto? Then join my DeFi Academy. The Crypto DeFi Academy will help you create generational wealth. But don't take my word for it. Listen to my students.
When I first got into crypto, I remember thinking to myself, I need to learn more. Brian Rose, learning crypto, learning DeFi, gotta do it.
I am so grateful that I jumped in and did this. I had to break through some limiting beliefs that I can do this, that I can afford this, that I can be in this.
It challenges the things that are deeply rooted within us.
Joining DeFi Academy has been one of the best decisions I have made on my blockchain journey.
This course was a life changer, a game changer, a huge eye-opener, coming from knowing practically nothing at the speed of the learning over 4 weeks was just fantastic.
The information you provided in this class was invaluable.
I feel far more confident in my next steps.
You took complex
concepts and made them easier to understand.
What's different than so many other ones is it just doesn't tell you what to do. It actually makes you do it.
This is for people who are serious about becoming traders. This is the way it should be done.
I realized from this learning experience again that it is not about what you learn, but about who you learn it from.
The energy was insane. I've never experienced such incredible energy on a live call. Brian Rose, you are a legend, my friend.
It's the only thing in the market where you can get all information and learn everything what you need to know.
Everything is so clear and so well done, and I'm just forever grateful for this program.
It made me feel so much more confident about crypto than I did before.
I did not anticipate how passionate I was going to become about it.
It's also been like a big learning experience for me, not just in the crypto space, but just in overall balance of life.
What I've learned is, how to take ownership, of my life in a way that I really hadn't before.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, really.
I would recommend it to anybody, top notch.
Excellence does not come cheap. So if you want excellence, you got to pay for it, but it's so worth it.
Pull the trigger. That's what this course is about.
You're not going to regret it, really. It's amazing.
Thank you, Brian and team.
So what are you waiting for? Crypto is happening now. Click the link below, submit your application, and let me mentor you on how to create generational wealth and build the decentralized financial infrastructure of the future.
Yeah, Tezos, I think they are let's just be blunt with it. I'm just I didn't look too deep into it. I'm just maybe repeating saw something that I just heard, and this is my opinion. So probably they have a lot of problems with their Swiss setup currently because they have a Swiss foundation, and it somehow limits their business development because a lot of people left Switzerland because the setup is kind of inflexible. You have to prove to Swiss regulators that the money that you spent was spent exactly on what you had stipulated in the foundation documents. And it's pretty hard to do, and it kind of limits people in their business development efforts. But yeah, I think they're a very solid team with a very solid research background. And on the other hand, their Swiss setup is solid because it can last them for decades, basically. They have a lot of money from ICO, and they can be developing for decades. So Tezos is going to be there maybe in 20 years and maybe in 50 years as well.
One more layer one, Elrond.
Elrond, I don't know them too well.
Okay. And just as a layer two, Polygon, it's had some success recently. What do you think of Polygon and then the concept of a layer two?
Polygon had great business development in the US. I think they're a great model for projects that were initiated outside the US. They came to the US and they were very successful there. So they had, as far as I understand, they had great interaction with VCs. They had a great business development team. And I think they can be very valuable for Ethereum ecosystem, because you really need some layer two projects on top of Ethereum that bring more users. And Ethereum is not focusing on that. They're focusing on L1, on scaling the L1. But meanwhile, while they are L1 is not scaled yet, you need to keep people in the ecosystem, to make people stay. So all those L2 projects are very important, and I think Polygon is the most successful one. And it's great. I think it's a great example of a project that was initiated outside the US in India, and they had just the right approach to the US market, and they were very successful. I'm not saying that we want to copy them, but I think they can be a role model for a lot of projects that were launched outside the US.